Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your girl, Zion Chukwemeka, and here with me is
the big wolf.
There's no duplicate.
Yes.
And today on our episode of News and Facts, our topic is
The impact of Christianity in our society or in Africa. So on today's topic, we are going to be enlightening you people on how everything goes, and we have a respectable Reverend Father to do the explanation for us.
And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Click the like button and then press that subscribe bell. Thanks for watching.
So, we humbly will love to hear your thoughts and your opinion on this matter.
The first place, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Reverend Father Dr. Nnamdi Ewankwo, a priest of Enugu Diocese, actually the vicar for public relations in Enugu Diocese, and by God's grace, the rector, Enugu State Polytechnics, Iwolo. When you talk about the impact of the church, I would prefer using the word, the impact of Christianity on the society. That's a very huge area, and it's a multifaceted, dimensional topic. But we'll do our best to limit it as much as we can. The church started more than 2,000 years ago and has truly influenced, by the church I mean Christianity, and has truly influenced the world, and the world has truly influenced Christianity. The Christianity continued evolving from the 2,000 years ago plus. Christianity started till today. It's not the same Christian religion that is coming to us or that we are practicing. There are a lot of changes both in the society and the religion. But going straight to the point, the first point I will mention where Christianity has great impact is in moral values. Moral values. And when we talk about moral values, we talk about things like compassion, we talk about things like forgiveness, we talk about things like kindness. These virtues and truthfulness, these are the virtues of Christianity, that Christianity continues to impact on the society. And I'm not saying that the society has been horrible and the society is devoid of these virtues before Christianity. No, but the emphasis Christianity brought to the society on these topics changed the things a whole lot. Moral values have really taken a grip in the society because of the advent of Christianity. Another aspect is education. Education. Two things in the level of education. Education through infrastructural building of schools, whereby you have primary schools, nursery schools, secondary schools, universities, and other tertiary institutions being organized and being manned by Christian agents. That's an impact in the society. The effect of education. And then healthcare, hospitals, hospice, and like the hospice we are in here or anywhere else we are. Christianity has impacted the society in level of good health, whereby education and good health was a very major impact of Christianity. And let us talk about social justice. In social justice, Christianity becomes a champion in this. The clarion call of Christianity to end slavery, it was a major issue. I know that Christianity somehow played some form of background reluctance, but eventually when Christianity woke up in England, it brought about the end of slavery. And then you talked about poverty. Christianity is one group that is encouraging people to come out of poverty by all kinds of organizations and fundings which Christians are doing. Inequality. Christianity is fighting inequality in all spheres of life, and that is something we must do. Then bad governance. Bad governance is part of social justice of Christianity. Christianity, especially Catholicism, is always against bad government. They stand head and toe to toe to the government agencies when there is clear bad governance in display.
That means that the Christianity and government are actually different.
Completely different, especially Catholicism. You know, Anglicanism came with the government because the Queen of England or the King of England is the head of the Anglican world.
Yeah.
So, but in Christianity, it's not the same. The division is clear, and that is why Catholics fight the government all the time, while some others parley with the government because that is part of their system and their agent. Then art and culture. You know that you cannot remove Christianity from the impact of art and culture. We are talking about iconical displays, icons, and iconic displays. Christianity has been in the support of icons. The pictures of the world, the great pictures of the world, we are encouraged and inspired by Christianity. And then you talked about infrastructures built, you know, iconically, you know, the great churches, the great buildings by the church, we are by encouraging architecture and advancement in architecture. And then you talk about music. The church played so much role in encouraging music and making music, enhancing music to the tone it is today. So in art and culture. Then community charity. These are the areas where the church played a major role. Community charity, AIDS, you know, AIDS and charity, and then the needy, helping the needy. We can remember what happened during the Biafran War. During the Biafran War, the Caritas and the World Church Organization, you know, really took the bull by the horn to make sure that the Biafrans were not starved to death. And it was a major role and we played out. So I have to be very quick. Now, ethics and moral. You know, ethics and moral, when you talk about ethics and moral, laws are fashioned by the ethics taught by the church, Christianity. So certain laws are fashioned. Ethics and the norms of communities, the norms of towns were also fashioned by the advent of Christianity. Now we talked about personal transformation. Personal transformation. That is where Christianity really spearheads everything. Because in personal transformation, Christianity brings to the table what you may call modified lives and hope. Christianity brings hope to the people, redemption, and what we call the desire to have a better life is one thing Christianity confers on people. Then we have family and relationship. That is the area Christianity actually takes greater preponderance and greater inclination to families. Before you get wedded, we have these marriage courses and we have family teachings. We have family life. That's the import of Christianity. Family life, and then relationship. It is an onus on Christianity to teach relationship, how people relate and what people look for, endurance, suffering, all these things. Love, whereby love is seen as a sacrifice and things like that. Christianity teaches that. Now, compassion and services. You know, these are things Christianity does through organizations, different organizations that encourage different aspects of life to show compassion. like helping the poor and things like that. This St. Vincent de Paul and all kinds of organizations that go to meet the people in compassion. Now, global impact. There's a general global impact, put together, not just from one community or another community, global impact. So this is an area let me stop this way, where I can call it, say the impact, the import of Christianity to the society. Now we can take over from here.
Wow. Currently now, we all know that Christianity is the backbone of the society. Christianity have done more good, understand, and less harm. But I feel like currently now, the youth, the majority of the youth are now going back to paganism. They are not going back to, they believe they are going back to the old ways. So what words of encouragement do you have to give to the youth out there?
Well, my dear, the trend that is moving, what we call neo-paganism, is a common trend, and it is happening to all of us, before all of us. We are seeing it happening. But I tell you that this movement is born out of ignorance and lack of enlightened education and enlightenment. If people are properly educated, both in history and in the meaning of Christianity and in the meaning of our native culture, people will understand what enculturation means. But because of lack of patience, which is part of ignorance, lack of patience and lack of adequate education, proper education, and then the bad examples of the players, the Christian players in the teaching and all that, the bad example set makes the children or the youths to really, who have the yearning to have a deep relationship with their culture, who have yearning to serve God in their mind, but because they are not properly educated, properly exposed to, and properly instructed, they tend to a reversion to their, what you may call neo-paganism. However, the problem here is that they are not more truly Africans. And if I may be particular, in my own case, Igbos, neither are they truly Europeans. They are not truly Christians. And then you will see people alienated, people hanging in the air. And when you are in that situation, you are nobody to yourself. You don't even know yourself. And what you are doing is an aberration. When you said you are going back to your ancestors, how can you go back to your ancestors when you don't even understand your ancestors? Okay, if you want to go back to your ancestors, then go truly back to your ancestors. You are wearing somebody's clothes and going back to your ancestors. You are using somebody's language and going back to your ancestors. You are using somebody's mobility and going back to your ancestors. So what type of going back to the ancestor is that? It's not going back to the ancestor. It is a disappointed generation. So my take to it is that the Christian actors themselves should understand Christianity and know it properly. Christianity is not against any culture. Christianity is against dehumanization, and Christianity is against anything that will bring in death, killing, or dehumanizing the nature of person. But anything that is enhancing entertainment and all that, that is bringing joy, Christianity supports that type of culture. And but I can understand some of the agents that brought the Christianity to us, brought Christianity mixed with their own culture, and brought Christianity mixed with their concept of colonization on our own people, whereby they came and condemned everything. And that condemnation is what is creating this problem that we have now. The agents that brought Christianity, some of them, because if you go to East Africa, it's a different thing. The Germans colonized them, and then the French and the Irish colonized us. When you see the area colonized by the Irish, it's completely different a little bit with the area colonized by the French. Okay, the Irish brought to us the war between them and Britain, and then the mentality of us not having brain or mind. That's why they looked at us as not knowing God. When we are actually living with God before they came.
Exactly.
We were eating with God before they came. So they said we don't know God. And so all the acts of our existence were all condemned. And they brought in a new idea that we never assimilated properly. We never assimilated Christianity. You know, many of us are one leg in Christianity and one leg in our traditional culture. But Christianity was meant to assimilate traditional culture and be one with it.
Yes.
And it happens in some other culture. It happened in Europe. Remember, Christianity was not born in Europe. Christianity conquered Europe and stayed with Europe and assimilated European culture in such a way that today they don't have dichotomy. In as much as in some countries you see the youth talking about going back to their original culture, but there's no dichotomy. Look at the wedding, for instance. In Europe, wedding is one day. But they had their system of wedding before Christianity came. But everything has been assimilated. Here, we are neither up nor down. And we create two weddings, whereby you have white wedding and black wedding. You know, that shows the culture and Christianity has not been assimilated.
Yeah.
I go to functions a lot, and people will call me, Father, come and pray. And I will come and pray. And after praying, the kolanat will be brought and say, Igwe, come and pray. Because Igwe offer is a prayer.
Yeah.
They say, Igwe, come and go offer, come and pray. Why two people praying? If you want Igwe to pray, Igwe pray, and all of us will sit down.
Exactly.
If you want the priest to pray, priest pray, and all of us will sit down. But because our colonized mentality has neither accepted our old way of living, nor accept this, our rebellion now. There's a recent rebellion. The rebellion in us have dichotomized both our ancient ways and the Christianity that came later. So we continue practicing a dichotomized system. That shows we are not even Christians.
Exactly.
And then we are not traditional people.
Exactly.
But Christianity was meant to imbibe every culture. Christianity assimilates every culture it goes to. It goes to across all cultures and assimilates them. That's why in Europe, you don't see the difference any longer.
Yeah.
Okay? Europeans were like us, and they were conquered by Christianity. Now, we were conquered by Christianity, but the people that brought Christianity to conquer us made a hell of mistake. And they chased our mentality away and replaced it with their own mentality, and then left us not being truly ourselves and not being truly theirs. And that is the state we are in. But it's still reversible. That's my hope. It's still reversible. It still it can be remedial. There's a remedial to it, and there is hope. But this hope must be accompanied by enlightenment.
Exactly.
Ignorance is the key to everything, and that's why I like what you people are doing. You are bridging this gap by your enlightenment programs. It is your enlightenment program that will really help down the road. The church is supposed to be a major enlightenment program, but the river, no river swallows anybody who has not come to that river.
Exactly.
So people must come to the church, and then the actors in the church must be truly people who understand the difference between Christianity and the traditional culture, and who have the disposition to bring them together in enculturation. And if they don't, the actors themselves don't understand what they are doing, how do you expect the commoners to understand? So these are our problems.
Well, I feel like proper education and proper enlightenment will make a great change in our modern day society. So, sir, we are really thankful and we are really grateful for your presence and for your education today on this topic. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
We
Thank
wish
you.
to meet you some other time and get more of your wisdom, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Okay.
So that's it for today's episode on news and facts.
I hope you enjoyed it, right?
Obviously, no.
Yeah.
Why would they enjoy it? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Click the like button and then press that subscribe bell. Thanks for watching.